Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the Hollywood Reporter, Anaja Smith.
Are you guys ready for the ladies? Yes! Okay, first up we have Jennifer Sears as Bridgette. Give her moment. Next, we have Briana Price as Tiffany. Back in here. We have Porscha Coleman as Naomi. Khadeen Indréa as Geneva. And then we have LeToya Luckett as Rasheda. Welcome, ladies. Y'all look good. You are very fine. Thank you. Okay, you guys were acting down. Okay, and so I would like to know.
I just want to say I'm so proud of them.
We love you.
Thank you.
Listen, that's the setup. I'm sorry. I'm just taking over you interview. You all right? Okay. That's the setup. Just keep watching. It goes crazy from here on out. So thank y'all so much for being here. I'm going to let the ladies talk. I'm so proud of y'all. You did such a great job. I know it's a lot. We're moving fast, but y'all killed it. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you.
We
love her. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So sorry.
Thank you.
Gotta love Tyler. So, ladies, what drew you to this role? I feel like there's.
Tyler drew us to this.
That's fair. But no, we all are part of probably a friend group, and we all been through different things. So, how did you guys kind of channel that into these roles?
You want to start? Go ahead, Sheeta.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, let's go. Rasheda, she's so layered. And with her being a first lady, oftentimes first ladies have to be perfect at all times. They have to be on. And a lot of times they have to sit tight and just be cute and supportive. And Rasheda is that, but she also gonna give you the real. And that's what I love about her so much. She holds so much on her shoulders with, of course, having to support her husband in the church, her friends, her family, her kids. And a lot of times she doesn't get the chance to express herself with her husband or in front of the church as much, but she can always lean on her sisters. And they know her. They've been knowing her 20 years plus. And she can keep it real with them. We keep it real with each other. And just after reading that, I was like, oh yeah, I can get into this. With me being a PK, I've seen it. And I know it all so well. And I just felt like Rasheda was just, her story deserved to be told.
One of the most beautiful things for me about the acting space is being able to build out a character and bring that person to life. And through that, you learn how to empathize with your character. You also learn not to judge your character. And it was a beautiful journey for me as I became Geneva. And she, like Rasheda, I believe is very layered. She is the one that likes to present that she has it all together, but she just may not. So you're going to have to keep watching to see what happens with Geneva, but I respect her for who she is. I can empathize with her. I don't judge her for her story or her journey. And I can't wait for y'all to buckle up and ride along with me.
Go. Oh, Naomi. Good gosh.
I'm going to echo exactly what he just said. Mr. Tyler Perry is what drew me to the role of Naomi. It's so funny because me and this baby girl here, we were at the audition together because the callback happened. Miss, my love, Khadeen was there, Briana, and I was auditioning for another role. And 30 seconds in, Tyler stopped me. It was like, I need you to read for this role of Naomi. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know who that is, but sure. And about 20 minutes later, went in the room, and
She killed it, y'all. I was here.
Naomi was here. So I feel like this was one of the most challenging roles, but in the best way, because I was able to release all my inhibitions and just let it go. And wow, you guys are going to see a ride that this character takes you guys on. And thank you, Tyler Perry, for seeing the vision. And I appreciate it because, Lord, these girls, we held it up and held it together. And sorry that I was naked for most of the episode. Sorry. My bad.
Good girl.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so she, gave away a little bit of our process, which I also auditioned for a different role. And after my first reading, Tyler was like, read this. The minute I read it, I'm like, oh, this is just me. Cool. So I was able to tap into Tiffany really easily. She's very loyal and playful, and she demands the best from her friends, her family, the people around her. But I think, she also has a lot of pain points, and you'll see more of that as the story unfolds. But she, I think, is one of those characters that I feel so deeply for because I have been there. Some of this pain that she lives with, I have lived with and am processing. And I think it was just a really wonderful way to give a voice to that. So, yeah.
Bridgette. I adore Bridgette because she was so much fun to play. I'm not sure if Tyler intended her to be so comedic, but as I was reading, I was like, oh, that sounds like something I would say. And then you'll notice, maybe you don't, but there are a lot of moments that were improv. And I'm like, I was infusing me, Jen, into Bridgette. And I was like, this is what I would say in this situation. The girl, I'll fight you up in here. Like, the way Brie was looking at me, and she was giving these long, dramatic, pregnant pauses. I'm like, go ahead and spill the tea. And she was like, I don't have anything. Girl, I'll fight you up in here. But that was naturally because we established such a close bond and a relationship. And it was just, we talked about the callbacks in person. I didn't get a chance to see LeToya at the callbacks because of the weather situation.
Snow in Houston.
And so, but when I found out that she booked the role, I was like, we played Sisters.
So did.
We played Sisters on another TV series. So, and then Khadeen and I played Friends on another BBC series on Bigger. And so I was like, and then I got a chance to meet these two lovely ladies. And so the chemistry was organic. So it was very, very easy for me to infuse myself into the role of Bridgette. And Bridgette was just so much fun to play because she is involved in a lot of
Mess.
Bridgette
is she was
Bridgette is well intended. She's concerned.
Okay.
But Bridgette, what I find interesting about Bridgette is the only one amongst the friend group who hasn't been married. And so she can organize and plan and strategize and everything and keep things afloat at the church for First Lady Rasheda and for Pastor Jeff. But herself, she can't control her own life. Like, she runs from it. She deflects from the fact that she's not married, she's, shacking up, and so she hides behind her career and the busyness and being involved in her sister's lives.
Now, when we look into the dynamic of this friendship, they've been friends, like you said, for over 20 years. It's different personalities. You guys are divorced, about to be divorced. There's a lot going on. So, break down, what does sisterhood mean to you guys?
Oh, well, all right.
Same old.
I feel like it's showing up for each other. I think it's showing, even the process of coming together for this project. to prepare for this, of course, like, if anybody knows, if you've worked for TPS, like, things happen quickly, and he ain't got time, okay? He's very clear about that. So there was, some prep time beforehand, like a week or so. We got on the phone, we got on the Zooms, the FaceTime, calling each other up, like, hey, girl, you want to run these lines together? Some of us, hadn't worked together, and we didn't know each other or weren't familiar with each other. And honey, we bonded in those weeks before we started to film. And that's what sisterhood is about. We came together for a common goal, and we put everything aside. I'm talking about egos aside. Everything was, there was none of that because we knew what we had to do. And we showed up for each other. I mean, all of us have busy schedules. All of us, kids, folks is married.
So many kids.
And it was like, first of all, there's a lot of kids over here. It's a whole lot of kids. Pray for her service.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
We just gonna have a moment of silence for her service.
We love y'all. They had kids for all of us.
Baby, that's everything.
Thank you.
It's active, okay?
Shout out to my man. Shout out to my bro.
Yeah.
He ain't listening to me on his phone.
Yeah.
We talking about you.
We are
Yeah, the baby maker over there. The baby maker.
But yeah, we showed up for each other out the gate, and we've kept that. So I feel like that's exactly what it's about: showing up for each other, being real with each other, no matter what you're going through. And all of us, obviously, you'll see with our characters, we go through some very traumatic situations, but we're able to be transparent with each other. We choose God gives us our family, but we get to choose our friends. So I advise everybody out here to be very intentional about your circle, your friend circle, who you trust, who you let in. You show discernment, sis, and bro. Bruh. Tyler, you see that shout out I just gave them? But I feel like we're very intentional about showing up for each other, loving each other, being real, and making sure that we hold each other accountable. You'll see that throughout the series. We hold each other accountable. We don't let each other get away with nothing.
Right. I mean, if you take a look at the key art photo, it was particularly moving for me when I saw the photo they selected, because we did a whole shoot. And if you look at us, we're literally standing in solidarity, holding hands, proudly, chests up, heads held high. And to me, that image spoke so much about the sisterhood that was embodied in this show and in this cast. We held each other down. Regardless of what came our way, we were going to deal with it together head on. So that was probably the most important part to me when I look at the sisterhood between the cast in real life and also on screen.
1,000%. I'll just echo them. I did not have any sisters. I don't have sisters. I have brothers. So for me, like you said, getting the bond and the friendship, and it's so amazing that they work together. Me and LeToya played best friends in the BET Plus movie as well. So all of us actually somehow kind of were intertwined. Dancer, commonalities. It just all was full circle. So again, shout out to Tyler Perry for writing stories for Black women, for women of all color. That's the thing. At the end of the day, you want to have people that you bond with, that you're close to. But seeing our stories play out on television, the ups, the downs, the ins and outs, it's just incredible to watch how they persevere. Because you might say, oh, Black women are difficult. You might say all this different stuff. But what's the trauma behind that? What have they been through? And how do they hold their men up? So again, shout out to even all of the guys in the room that supported all of us women.
Big shout out to the guys.
Talking about my Black men that were there, that were in the rooms reading with us. Like when we were preparing, the guys were calling us. We were on FaceTimes. We were like a band of like 20 plus deep, really doing the work. So thank you guys. Thank you, Michael, Devon, everybody that was here for all of us ladies. Because to me, sisterhood is also brotherhood. Period.
That was so good.
I'm just saying, it's so true.
Really profound.
Your voice is so soothing. I just feel like this.
I like yoga voice.
I'll go on. I think today was a perfect example of sisterhood. LeToya, my sis, took care of me today. I had some just wardrobe girly things. And I felt so taken care of and so looked after and so seen. And I think that's a lot of what is important about this show is we want to just be seen. And we don't want to be projected onto. We don't want the stereotypes or the stipulations that people think about Black women or older than 20 women.
We know.
I'm 20. Anyway, but my point is that all of these characters just want to be seen in some capacity or another, and they're fighting to be seen. And what's so beautiful is that in the show, our characters see each other, but in real life, like these actresses, we see each other too, and you don't always get that. So I feel super blessed to be with this company of people. We held each other up completely, like we supported each other completely. What do you need? I'm there. Period. So that's sisterhood.
I echo everything that was so eloquently said by these lovely ladies, but I would like to also add that unfortunately we have to try to fight against the whole strong black woman trope, right? Like we always feel like we have to be strong, and then there's no opportunity for you to be fragile or vulnerable. And so to see that transpired throughout the series, as you will see, that was a lot of us leaning on each other. And even the times where in between scenes and while they were setting up cameras and lights and stuff, and we were trying to take a little, just close your eyes, just to rest my eyes, like my mama would say, I'm just resting my eyes. And then the paparazzi shots, Khadeen, catching people sleeping.
I was capturing moments, BTS.
Capturing BTS footage. But it was just all of those, the moments of, feeling, like Bree said, feeling seen and feeling supported and not feeling like you have to be strong and saying, hey, can you run lines with me really quick? Or even the things like, fixing each other's wardrobe, or hey, let me pull this in, or let me get this off of you. And that all just shows sisterhood. And that wasn't anything that was rehearsed. That wasn't anything that someone said, hey, can you do this? It wasn't forced. This is all organic. So what you see, the relationships established on screen, it was all natural and organic. And I appreciate the fact that we were allowed to be vulnerable and be ourselves amongst the cast and in real life as people. So yeah, that's what sisterhood is. And also I want to add, I've been seeing this a lot, especially in social media, where women are starting to pick each other apart and tear each other down, and you would see people, whether they're celebrities or people in everyday life, friendships that have been, friendships, long-term, long-standing friendships, break apart over petty things, right? And I think that sisterhood is also resolving differences and not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So we have to learn how to get over minor spats and talk as mature adults and work through your differences. No, friendships aren't always pretty, and you'll see that in the series. It's not always going to be glamorous. It's not always going to be beautiful, but the beauty in it is where you can actually resolve your differences and then come out and salvage your relationships.
Amen to that. When I look at these ladies, I think about how much pressure they're probably under, being a wife, like a pastor's wife, and being a mother and wanting to show up in those areas. And we know how it is wearing many different hats. So I want you guys to kind of walk us through the headspace that your characters are in at this time.
I think Rasheda is just trying to keep it together as best she can, but I think she's also on the verge of breaking. And because she's kind of like the mother figure in the group, I don't feel like she has the capacity to do that right now, because she knows that so much is on her. And you'll see as the series plays out, stuff keeps getting piled on her with the girls and things that they're going through, and her husband and trying to make that work. You say God in it, it's Christ, okay?
I'm still with you,
My God today. So y'all better keep on watching, because we kept it light with this first episode, but woo-wee. I feel like she is at a breaking point, but sometimes she feels she has to put her stuff aside to be there and to help, first of all, carry out her first lady duties, but also to continue to be the rock in her friend group.
Well, I'll keep it to the end of episode 1 for Geneva. Sis, clearly, you can call her Dora the Explorer. She's going to find out what's going on. She has one mission right now, and that mission is to find out who the hell Maddie's mom is. And is she pretty or is she ain't? You know, we want to know, is she really pretty or is she not? You know, so after this first episode, you'll see what unravels with Geneva as she makes some strides towards figuring out what William is up to. Is William up to anything? I don't know. Rodrigo, is William up to anything? He said, not today. Okay. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see in episode 2, so stick around. Naomi, I think, well, for one, she's out for revenge. I think she's, you know, she has a good time, though. As you see, she likes to have a good time. And she got a lot of money, too, so she's paying for the good time. So I like Naomi's aspect of where she's coming from, but I also do feel underneath the root of it all, she is broken because she's hurt. So a lot of stuff that you see or, you know, hear her do is out of pain. She just doesn't know how to properly deal with that. So you're going to see the ride of what she goes through with Franklin, with her son, Grayson, and it's just like a calamity of a lot of stuff. And again, the girls sometimes kind of reel her back in when she's off a rail. So yeah, she don't have it figured out yet. That's her story right now.
I think Tiffany's headspace is avoidance right now. She's divorced and doesn't want to deal with it, doesn't want to open her heart back up, and is therefore really concerned about everybody else's life, as you saw. But, you know, the same thing that we have been saying, there are these really deep bonds that we want to make sure that we protect with one another, and I think that Tiffany is really intentional about making sure that those bonds stay strong and stay honest.
And for Bridgette, I think the headspace that Bridgette's in is just really trying to be supportive to her friend, to Rasheda, First Lady, and also to just try to figure out what's going on with everybody else. Because she's like, wait a minute now, do we need to have a come to Jesus meeting? Like, what's going on? But Bridgette does seem a little meddling, but she, like I said, it's all well intended. Well, I think, you know, I'm not going to judge the character. But I think it's well intended. I think Bridgette finds her worth in trying to fix things for people. If we can't identify with that, I think we know someone in our lives where that person is always doing, that person is always involved to try to people please or try to seek validation or to prove that they are worthy in some way. And so I think Bridgette is searching for worthiness and searching for love where she can fix other people's situations, but she can't fix her own. So that's the headspace that Bridgette's in. Did y'all enjoy the show, though? Did y'all enjoy the first episode? You did. Well, you did. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, this show redefines Black women in this space, in this era of their life, and what does that visibility mean to each of you?
That's a good question. Go and repeat that one more time. Right.
Okay, so the women in this show are...
You hungry, aren't you?
Right, nothing but an apple.
Let me tell you
That ain't no loss.
Let me tell you about LeToya.
That's good though, right?
She's gonna be hungry all the time. She's gonna be hungry on set. She's gonna know what's for snack, what's for lunch. She's gonna get some first together breakfast orange.
She knew where the chicken was. She knew where everything.
So we had a group chat with our talent team, and they made sure that they got our breakfast orders, and she was the first one every morning.
I wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
I was the third.
The moments off the screen were really, really amazing.
I was far behind the first, but you know.
Sorry, I know that wasn't your question, but we had some fun times.
What did you say?
What was the question? Okay, this show
Sorry,
features Black women redefining their life on their own terms. So what does that visibility mean to each of you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I can get it. Yeah, I think that's a good question. The way you said that, this is what we need to see, especially with everything that just happened in this country. You know, we saw a Black woman step up, and fight for the rights of many that she didn't know. But everything, in my opinion, was for our best interest. And I feel like I remember when things didn't go our way and asked my husband, I cried that morning. And I couldn't understand why I was brought to tears and why this was bigger than any other moment like before. And I was like, I feel like America just failed black women again, and we're all feeling it. And to have a show like this, where you can see black women be strong, be vulnerable, be transparent, wear several hats, carry all the things on our shoulders, and see us in so many different lights, I feel like it's going to encourage. It's going to encourage people. It's going to also make someone who's living a similar story not feel like they're alone, like they're the only one going through it. I think that women are going to be able to relate to this show, to each of our characters. They're going to find themselves in one of us and say, I would have reacted just like, yup, I would have reacted just like that.
Right. Or you know somebody that
yes.
would, like everybody here might know a Geneva.
Yes.
You might know, anybody know Naomi?
Exactly. You know,
Y'all know somebody put a gun on some dude before?
I don't know.
If y'all got a Naomi in your friend group, just blink your eyes like this. I'll send her.
Listen, Naomi's gonna hold it down for her people. Just
She
so
is.
crazy.
Keep the group chat lit. You know, we can live vicariously through her.
Period. Let's do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
But I love
that.
that. I love that. I think people, when they watch the show, that they're going to see themselves or a part of themselves in each of the characters. And I feel like we need that in times like this.
Absolutely.
I echo the same thing. One person you can all relate to, different episodes, different scenarios. You're gonna say, I'm her, that's my homegirl, that's my third cousin's baby mama. You know, it's gonna happen. So yeah, stay tuned. It's a wild ride. It's crazy.
Visibility is everything. I think that this medium is so powerful, and many people don't get exposed to black women except for the TV. So to see this wide array of women representing something so important and so visceral to our country, like you spoke about, LeToya, I think it matters so much. And I'm honored to be a part of this, and honored to be a part of this legacy of storytelling and this legacy of black storytelling. Thank you so much, Tyler, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, of course. BET Plus for giving us the outlet to have fun.
What a platform.
Man, the platform, thank
What
you.
a platform.
Yes, we are nothing without, and I know they're not here. Thank you to our DPs, thank you to our crew, thank you to our gaffers, everybody that made the show possible. For you to see stuff like this, hundreds of people are behind the scenes working their asses off. We had long days, we had so much going. Everybody came to work every day with a smile on their face. So if anybody in here is also in TV film production, thank you. Because we are nothing without you guys showing up and doing the work too. So thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure. And if there's anything about working at TPS, I'll say that you are completely set up for success in that space. I mean, from here to wardrobe to makeup to everyone in support talent team, you have no choice but to show up as your best self. Because everyone allows you to use your instrument in the way that you need to show up best for your character and in this space. So huge shout out to everyone at TPS for everything that they did, all the love that they poured into this project, because you can see it on screen. Thank you guys.
Just to add to the visibility, again, I echo everything that my sisters have already said, but visibility is so crucial because I think that even from childhood, right, even little black girls want to be seen. Little black girls want to feel pretty. And unfortunately, not just in this country, I would say globally, beauty standards are defined by people who don't look like us and tell us what beauty should look like. And if you look at all this melanated chocolate, look at this. I mean, this is gorgeous, right? And so, and not just as a beauty standard, black women, we want to feel seen. We want to feel heard. We want to be respected. We want to be protected. And unfortunately, that's not happening enough. Let's just take, for example, like I would say across the board in healthcare, there are way too many black women who are dying from reproductive disorders because they're not believed. They're not Thank you for the
Turn up. You know the alcohol coming, so big side.
I was about to say warriors. Come out and grenade. But no, I think, no, in all seriousness, Black women, we unfortunately have to, the burden is on us to self-advocate, and you'll see the sisterhood and the bond and divorced sisters where we advocate for each other. We support each other, and the burden shouldn't always be on ourselves because it gets heavy. It gets very, very heavy. And so, like my sisters have said already, when women, particularly Black women, watch this series, this show, they're going to see themselves, and they're going to see it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be fragile. It's okay. You don't have to be strong all the time. So that visibility to me is everything. So thank you, Tyler, for this.
You guys talked a lot about wearing like different hats and showing up in that way, and I think about how a lot of times we do it scared. So your characters, how does that fear shape them or help them maneuver their day-to-day lives?
You thought about these questions. Sure did.
These are like
shake that.
these are essay questions.
Just like
Wait a
long
minute, let me
words.
write this
I thought this was gonna be a multiple choice, A, B, or C,
I know they like.
or all of the above. And I had my answer until I went and did all that. Now, what'd you say? What you say? Let me read it, y'all. You said the leap of faith.
I know you
is what
said something about
she said,
fear.
ladies and gentlemen. I think that especially for Rasheda, she has to do it scared. You know, she has to. Everything is about faith. I mean, she's in the world of faith. You know what I mean? And so I feel that there's a lot of times where she doesn't know what the next step is going to be, or you know what she's going to be called to do. But because she is a woman of faith, I mean, I feel like most of the time she's having to do it afraid and trusting God. The same way you saw, you know, she was talking to this young lady. I can't wait till y'all see how this plays out. It is messy. Oh,
It's so good.
Jesus.
It's so good.
Yes, it is. It's so good. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry, for writing good scripts. But I do feel like Rasheda, even when she's counseling, you know, not just the people of the church, but her sisters, the one thing that she always says is, hey, are you being true to yourself? Are you being honest? Are you being this and whatever? And a lot of times they're coming to her like, look, I'm afraid to take the next step, but this is where I found myself, so this is where I'm at with it. And my whole thing is, regardless of how scared you are to tell the truth sometimes, how scared you are to be transparent about things, or just see the real of your situation, it's something that you got to do, you know? So I will say that I feel like Rasheda, I mean, she's always having to step out on faith in everything that she does.
I think younger Khadeen, maybe in her teens and 20s, can relate to Geneva in that she was very much worried about what everyone thinks about her. That's the kind of family background that I built Geneva out with. And because of that, she is constantly living in a facade. And she is showing up as a representative of herself to an extent. So that's particularly interesting when you watch her kind of unfold throughout the season. You'll kind of see where she can no longer keep up that mask. And it gets messy. And she's forced to have to deal with who she really is. And I think she really likes that. So, yeah.
I like that. To piggyback, I think we're all forced at some point to reveal our true selves. And that really does happen. Even though, like, you see Naomi, you know, pop out and, you know, she gonna keep it real. She's always doing that. There's so many moments, too, and so many scenes later in the episode where she finally has her breaking points in her moment. So I think what that taught me, just as an individual, is, of course, be fearless, but also be okay to just show the real you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of attribute it maybe to my sign, like there's a Cancer in me, so like as a crab, it's like you got the shell. Is there any Cancers in the building?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like that hard shell that we have, but once you get to the inside, we're soft and squishy, and we are loyal and will ride for you.
And it tastes good.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, shit. Come on now. when you're not okay, let somebody know. And also, I like sharing. Like you said, if you're not good, just call somebody. You never know. Somebody else could be going through the same thing and need to hear exactly what you have to say. For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this like on the more brief side. I just think that for each of these characters' defining characteristics, there's an opposite side that is representative of their fear. So for my character, she's very interested in everybody else, so I think that she has a fear of actually like looking at herself.
I was actually going to say something similar. I was going to say for Bridgette, her fear is dealing with her own situation. She runs from it by staying busy. So that's her fear, is change and actually facing the inevitable. And you'll see what I mean.
Alrighty, last question, ladies. So
Make it good.
Girl, it's 2 paragraphs. This is 2 paragraphs. I'm just warning y'all.
We'll keep it
It's
short.
2 paragraphs.
Okay, based on what you guys know for the rest of the season, like what's to come, what advice would you give your characters?
Child, she need to lose out. Yeah, she need to go to therapy herself. I feel like Rasheda is great at counseling others, but sometimes she really needs to take her own advice.
I think that Geneva, how do I say this without giving away? Geneva needs to be okay knowing that she's not perfect. She needs to understand that she's human. She needs to understand that things happen. And being honest about that can really save you a lot of heartache and turmoil. And the heartache and turmoil with both those around you if you just be transparent.
Nice. I think Naomi, think before you react. Let's just say that. She's very reactionary and doesn't, I hate to say she doesn't always think things through, but she's actually very calculated. But at the same time, she does what she feels, and if she's feeling in the moment like she may want to slap you or throw you some money to show a little something, hey, Michael, you know what I'm saying? She's just very direct. I do like that about Naomi. She's very direct, but I would just say sometimes maybe just think twice before you do a little something with Naomi's character. But it wouldn't be good TV if he had her be that way. So I love the fact that she doesn't think and that she just goes for it, and she gonna get what she wants.
I would tell Tiffany to trust her instincts.
Boom.
I would tell Bridgette to love yourself and that you're deserving.
I love that. Well, give it up for the ladies of Divorce Sistas.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Shout out to all our
guys.
family in the building, all of our family and our friends that came out. Thank you guys so much. Our friends. You guys mean everything. Thank you guys.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for showing up.
Stand up.
Please join us for the official post-reception and reunion on the second floor. Elevators and stairwells are available just beyond the main lobby.